We are on another interesting edition of the Hilltop Diary. This week's edition will focus on the events that led to the commencement of the Victor International Airport, the commissioning of agricultural equipment leasing company, and the delegation led by the Inspector General of Police and that of the Army and Governor Omoino. Details of this will be brought to you in just a moment. I am your hostess, Otobe Malcolm.
Hilltop Diary.
The Akwa State Governor, Pastor Moino, has returned from Accra, Ghana, with the creation of a full Ministry of Aviation and Airport Development, mandating the Managing Director of IBOM Airport Development Company Limited, Engineer Wemekanim, to take charge of the ministry till Commissioner is announced. Briefing gentlemen of the press in a meeting attended by political stakeholders to mark the 2026 World Press Freedom Day. Upon his return from Ghana, the governor said the ministry will ensure the cleanliness of the airport, ensuring the quality of staff and protocol, as well as sustaining and maintaining the terminal up facilities. Governor, while making the announcement at the airport terminal hall, described Engineer Wemekanim as a man who has garnered so much professional experience in the aviation sector, directing the head of civil service, Mrs. Elsie Peters, to attach a permanent secretary to the ministry.
To sustain the work that has so earnestly begun in this airport, I'm hereby announcing the creation of a full Ministry of Aviation and Airport Development to start work immediately. Their job is clearly cut out for them. We require a ministry that will report directly through to the governor without going through any other subordinates. We require that a commissioner sits in the State Executive Council to talk about the work that we are doing here. They will work to ensure that other international airlines fly from Uyo. IBOM Air will not do the work for us because IBOM Air is in competition. If I were IBOM Air, I wouldn't want any airline to come here. I will not say now that I've found a commissioner. We are going to look for a professional, qualified, competent person. It doesn't matter where this person will come from, whether from the east or west, north or south of Akwa Ibom. We will get somebody who understands the business of aviation. But in the interim, I hereby direct the Managing Director of the IBOM Airport Development Company Limited to take charge of this new ministry. And by next week, the head of the civil service will post a permanent secretary to begin work with him.
The governor said his aim is to turn the state into an all-round tourism hub, adding that there is need to develop human capital to manage such ecosystem.
So far, to manage this ecosystem, we have developed human capital. Just this afternoon, we had the privilege of being flown by a co-pilot that this state trained among the 20 pilots that were trained in Toulouse. 20 pilots, 20 engineers, and currently there are 10 that are in the Ethiopian Aeronautical University, all from Akwa Ibom State. This is to build capacity for the days and the years ahead.
The number one citizen of the state took a moment to eulogize Nigeria's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his steadfast love for Akwa Ibom State and the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace, Festus Keyamo, for showing faith, capacity, passion and love to the state. Governor thanked past leaders in Akwa Ibom for laying a foundation that has taken Akwa Ibom to the global community.
Let me pause at this moment to most profoundly thank President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR for his steadfast support, especially in giving approval for the designation of this airport as an international airport. The people of our dear state look forward to receiving him soon with unbridled love and deep appreciation. for the formal commissioning of the now operational international terminal, alongside with other key infrastructure in the state.
Governor Moino at the briefing explained that 10 audacious projects have been carried out within the aviation ecosystem and was glad that his promises have been realized, thanking Akwa Ibom people for their support in realizing his dream while looking forward to receiving President Tinubu for the proper commissioning of the international terminal and other key infrastructure.
From the completion of this new hub to the second runway, to the apron, the aviation village, the hospital, the security surveillance system, the entire construction of the fence around the perimeters of the airport, among others. This is a promise I made, and I'm glad that by the grace of God, this promise has been realized today. We are priming our state as the tourism hub of our region, from air, land, and sea. We are meeting our benchmarks and our targets, and we are sure we will get there. Today, we are strategically building an economy around tourism. These maiden flights and subsequent flights to designated destinations across the West, Central, and Southern Africa will help position us as a destination of choice.
The chairman, Nigeria Union of Journalists, Akwa Ibom State Chapter, Comrade Nsibiot Jan, has commended Governor Umoina for having the political will and the courage to complete some projects of his predecessors, explaining that such shows good leadership and indication that government is a continuum. Speaking to AKBC TV News Crew Sunday at the newly operated Victoria International Airport, Comrade John congratulated him for a job well done.
And for this project, where we will now be flying internationally, I also must commend him because it is not easy. In those days, when Akwa Ibom people want to go to Ghana, for instance, they either go to Abuja or Lagos and connect from there. But what we've witnessed today is something that will reduce the expenditure of having to fly from here to Lagos or Abuja and then flying to Ghana.
Comrade John mentioned the economic importance of the facility.
It will also attract educational tourism, because when our people go to Ghana for one or two businesses, there will also be a multicultural display of culture, which may also interest those in Ghana to want to come here. And it also will create employment opportunities for our people. And the advantages that Akwa Ibom State is now flying internationally far outnumber whatever we want to think about.
He called for development of maintenance culture for the facility's sustainability, as well as the training and retraining of staff to save at internationally acceptable standards.
And I would like to also encourage those working here, not only that we celebrate this feat, but we should also ensure that we maintain, we develop a maintenance culture that will allow this structure to remain for as long as possible. And we must also ensure that we do the BOM Air, the management of the airport, do what is called training and retraining of members of staff, so that you don't get to be rude to people. We must try as much as we can to maintain a hygienic publicity for this facility. Otherwise, we'll be wasting our time. But I'm hopeful, I'm sure, that with the caliber of people that I've seen, with the fact that government is becoming to be more determined, something positive will come out. But
he appealed to the state government to look into bringing down flights fare to accommodate more people and patronage.
But trust us as journalists, where we notice that something is wrong somewhere, we will draw the attention in any way that we can. So I also like to say that the government can decide to crash price so that our people that would want to have the experience of flying can also have that experience. So on the whole, it is worth celebrating.
More commendations have continued to trail for Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor Moina for his finished work at the Victor International Airport. Speaking in an interview with a cross-section of Akwa Ibom political stalwart, who turned up at the Victor International Airport to receive the governor upon his return to the state from Accra, Ghana. The President, Traditional Rulers Council, His Eminence Ntenyan Solomon Ntuk, who also doubles as Okuibomi Bibil, describes the terminal building as a smart building, well automated to meet the international standard, disclosing its economic benefits, adding that he was proud of the governor.
I'm very delighted and exceedingly delighted to see what I have seen today. I used to see it from afar, except for some time ago when they started the project. Coming in from outside, you can see the facade. It marvels everybody. It stands the test of time to say that this building truly is a smart building. And it's well automated to meet the international standard. And this will promote tourism. People will come around. And then it will be Akwa Ibom State being a hub. And above all that, for all the projects that Udom started today, this is a clear testimony of what God has used Pastor Umo Basi Eno to do for the state. When I say I am proud, I'm proud the finished works here is a clear testimony of what God is using him to do. It's well finished. For other projects, he is completing them one after the other. But I believe very strongly that God will use him, give him the enablement to do more for the state.
Others scored high the performances of Governor Moino at the Victor International Airport include Dr. Udom Ekbudom, who is currently the 15th Pro-Chancellor and Chairman Governing Council, the University of Calabar, the State Commissioner for Sport, Elder Paul Basi, the Honorable Special Advisor to the Governor Barrister Kufre Udosen, the local government chairman of Ibno, Honorable Gloria Fiong, and a counterpart from Moran, Surveyor Ineopong Ekbeyong, the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Religious Matters, Pastor Joe Linus, and the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Youth Mobilization, Lady Edna Daniel.
It's been a lot. One of those things is he has completed some projects left behind the previous government. And this is not a one of them is this airport. So we are all happy with you that he's doing this. And because of this, the segment ticket is almost automatic.
Yesterday, I started in this airport and I felt very proud. Not only is he completing it, he gave credit to those who came before him. And I'm sitting here as a proud son of Akwa Ibom to see what is happening here over time. So I think we must commend Governor Moino for this. Not only this, there are other projects that is finishing that were started by his predecessors. So I'm happy to be part of this regime.
Grateful because this is one governor, one of the few governors that have decided to complete every project that have been able to, that was left behind by his predecessors. And even those that have come that way before his immediate predecessors, he makes sure he completes them because he believes in continuity. He believes in one Akwa Ibom, one Nigeria. So he has taken upon himself to complete and even improve upon all the projects that have been done by his predecessors.
I'm here to thank my governor first, because this is the first ever Victor International Airport. And this is the first time a governor has started something and left. And the new governor that is coming in has come to complete that project. It shows leadership. I'm here to thank my governor for his good sense of leadership, for his good sense of vision, for what he has done in Akwa Ibom State. He has left a mark in the sands of time. He will always remember, not only for this, but for every other good thing he has done. May God continue to bless him. God will continue to give him wisdom for him to lead us aright.
So it's a wonderful one. I must commend him. Of course, you know, we named this airport Victor Ota International Airport because it's architect Obong Victor Ota that started this airport. But after Gospel Akpabio, Odom Emmanuel came on board and built upon the legacies of all what his predecessors did. So thank God for Pastor Moino that came on board and built the aviation village. And right now we have the international terminal. So it's a wonderful one. In Akwa Ibom State, we are proud of His Excellency's legacies. We are proud of him, and we believe strongly that he has started well and he'll surely land well.
And it's not just about the aviation area. It transcends other sectors of the economy. The international flight kicking off yesterday was just a testament of what God has said to do with the state through His Excellency. And as we follow him, as we continue in the path he's leading us, we have much to gain.
The finishing spirit that came with Governor Moino is worthy of emulation. Every one of us should learn not to abandon. It is not right to abandon anything. He came and he saw, and he touched it, and he conquered. And to God be the glory. What a time to be alive in Akwa Ibom State. With my own eyes, I have seen what God has done with His hands. He is a prophet, he's a priest, he's a king and a priest. And God is going to give him more grace to do more. But I tell you, we are going to be able to achieve more economically. That's the angle I'm looking at.